everybody, so today I'm back with another video, and I actually think I'm gonna start a new series testing out different hats on like Pinterest, on YouTube, on the internet, wherever. And the first one that I'm gonna try is a DIY sugar wax. Now I'm gonna try two methods. The first one is gonna be a soft wax, and the second one is gonna be a hard wax. So we're gonna see if this is either a yes, a mess, or no guess. So of course you're going to need some sugar. I chose to use brown sugar. Lemons or limes. I use limes because I live in a tropical country and I got these from my grandmother's tree. And some water. So starting with the soft wax, first I'm going to take 1 cup of sugar, 1/4 of a cup of water, and 1/4 of a cup of lime juice. So after mixing the mixture thoroughly, I then put it onto the stove for about 20 minutes. Even though I saw online that people said 5 to 7 minutes, when I did that, the mixture was too runny. So I left it on for 20 minutes. And this is how it looks. I poured it into a glass container. Now, when you pour it into a glass container, you have to make sure that you already warmed up that container with warm water. You don't want that glass shattering all over the place. So for the hard wax, you're going to take 1 cup of sugar, 1/8 of a cup of lime juice, and 1/8 of a cup of water. And again, I mix the concoction together and then I place it on the stove and I left it on for 20 minutes. And again, I poured this mixture into a warmed glass container and I left it to cool for like what seemed like maybe an hour. And this is what the soft wax looks like. So I placed the mixture onto my arm and I'm placing it in the opposite direction to which my hair grows. And I'm placing a cloth strip. This is just a cotton piece of fabric that I cut up. And you're going to see I tried to smooth it down. I knew it was not gonna work when I saw that moving so freely and the wrinkles in the fabric. So I ripped it off and I saw nothing, absolutely nothing. I was in disbelief. So you're gonna see me trying the same spot over and over again because I just can't believe that I ain't get up no hair, not one. And this is the hard wax. I know what you're saying. It looks like doo-doo. And yeah, it does. Now, I don't know if it's because I left it on so long. I think it is probably why it is so hard. But the instructions said to knead it until you get, I guess, like a clear color. But as I said, I used brown sugar, so it was never going to get much clearer than that. So I was kneading this forever. So then I placed it onto my arm and I pretty much gave up trying to knead this in my fingers and I'm smoothing it on. Now let me tell you, I guess because as I said this was so hard that when I placed it onto my arm I knew hairs had to come up because when I was smoothing it down I could feel the hairs like underneath. I don't know if that made sense. So you see I'm trying to rip it off, and when I tell you that this hurt like a mug. I'm not even kidding. But this was the only method that I found that removed any of my hair. So I'm just placing a little pressure onto my hand to alleviate any swelling. So you just saw me test out the DIY wax, the soft wax, and the hard wax. And let me just say, contrary to what a lot of people on YouTube are saying, my soft wax did not work at all. Now, I don't know if this is because I used brown sugar as opposed to white sugar, if it's because I chose to leave on my sugar concoction for about 20 minutes, because when I left it on the stove for 5 to 7 minutes it was still super runny, like it was like water. So I left it on and let it boil for about 20 minutes. I don't know if that's why it didn't work. I don't know. But I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have, please don't forget to give it a massive thumbs up. And if you haven't already, click that subscribe button and subscribe. So, until next time, bye-bye.